Hey everyone. So I wanted to read something that I wanted to share. I had a conversation in my DMs with a member of our server, and they were really struggling with self-identity and with, self-validation. And what I wrote back to them was kind of on a whim, as I am wont to do. And I did a little rewriting on it because I feel like for those out there that struggle with this stuff, this could be really useful. This is for everyone of us that struggles with doubts about our gender. So one of the things that I think a combination of culture, self-worth, and particular social interactions does is create a sense of disbelief or denial about one's own experience. There's a tendency for trans people to doubt the legitimacy of their transition or their identity. We fear that we will be judged by other trans people as not trans enough and judged as a freak by people outside the community. It feels like you're walking on a razor's edge. This may seem like a tangent, but stay with me. One thing I like to do is point out the difference between behaviors, thoughts, feelings, and intuition. So behaviors are easy. Those are things that you do, and you choose either on a conscious or unconscious level. Thoughts are cognition, or the way we string together reasoning and meaning together. We are meaning-making creatures after all. Feelings are the combination of the mental experience of emotion combined with the experience of the sensations of the body. For example, someone on a first date with someone they really like might feel very nervous and also might feel like they have butterflies in their stomach. Our feelings are connected to our bodies. This is why the mind-body divide is so nonsensical. There was never a separation to begin with, and trans people know this well. But being trans isn't either or any of those. This is why I talk about intuition. To be transgender, at least in my community's definition, is to be someone that at some point in your life realizes they experience dissonance with their assigned gender at birth. Notice that I said dissonance and not dysphoria. Dissonance means a disconnect or a paradox of your experience and your identity. Every single trans person, binary or non-binary, experiences this in one way or another, whether they are dysphoric, gender ambivalent, or just slightly non-binary. Being transgender is that intuitive knowing. It is that dissonance that lets us know that something is off. My opinion is that gender dysphoria, as a diagnosis, is a psychological result of this dissonance being too strong and leading to legitimate feelings of discontent and hatred of one's own assigned gender or the body we live in. So it would stand to reason that the way to deal with dysphoria would be to identify and behave like your real identity. This would be true even for people who do not have dysphoria, because it would still lead to resolving the gender dissonance I mentioned earlier. So your legitimacy is, by its nature of the experience, guaranteed. That intuition is not an illusion, nor is it in any way, shape, or form unprovable. It is the same as the knowledge of one's own sexuality, or the knowing of being in love. Thus, not a knowing in the cognitive sense, but heartfelt sureness that goes beyond the doubts of the petty mind. A knowing that is mutable and adaptable. This is why someone can come to one identity and later become another one, because more information has become clear. The internalized transphobia you feel is from the greater culture and the thoughts you have about your own legitimacy. Your thoughts cannot erase the legitimacy of your intuition and your identity. They're just thoughts, nothing more. And when we buy into those thoughts, it leads us to feel very intense feelings, often very, very bad ones, because we tell ourselves hurtful things. They lead us down a dead end where we fumble in the dark. The joke of all of this, and I don't mean that in a harmful way, is that nobody chooses any of this. Nobody chooses their parents, their upbringing, their family, their language, their class, their culture, or their assigned gender at birth. We are born into a relationship to a world where we have very little power. Our job is to take the power we have now and make different choices, and real choices, authentic choices. You are a woman, or a man, or neither, or both. The term trans only refers to the fact that you had to make that move due to being assigned the wrong gender by people who were ignorant and didn't know better. It is a clarification of your origin, not an indictment of your identity. Trans women, you are women and girls. Trans men, you are men and boys. Non-binary people, you are your identities and valid in every possible way. And no one, not me, not TERFs, not conservatives, not your parents, not your partners, and not even the errant thoughts in your head that tell you otherwise, can change that. Thank you. Thank you for the claps, chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do things a little different here. We do the normal streamer content, talk shit about people and all that, but sometimes I want to do something different. If you're trans, your identity is valid. Simple as that. And no matter how many conservatives or TERFs or whoever attack this channel, that message will never change. Even if I don't understand your identity, I'm still going to validate it. Because there's no reason not to. I gain nothing from doing so, other than a sense of power. And I believe all humans have a tendency towards authoritarianism. And one of the problems is that we have to resist those urges. We're used to living in tribes where one person had power over everyone else. It's built into us. No one can tell you who you are. Full stop. Never, never, nope. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also consider donating to the channel. You can donate at streamlabs.com/transgirltherapist/tip or at patreon.com and become a patron. Patreon.com/transgirltherapist.